It's Monday morning, I'm walking the dogs. I'm not sure what the date is, but we've actually got a little bit of frost on the grass. It's pretty chilly last night. Yeah, it's Monday the 22nd. I don't think it is frost actually, I think it's just really heavy dew. And it looks like frost. It's 2 weeks today since I drilled that grass seed. As you can see, it looks fantastic, especially in the sunshine this morning. Really pleased with it actually. You can see all the rows on the headland there, look. Well, I went round the headland twice. Yeah, it's had a fair bit of rain on it in the last 2 weeks, but it's still growing alright, thankfully. Monday afternoon, I'm out on the tractor. Yeah, so since we actually drilled that grass seed, we have had around about 30 mil of rain, I'm pretty sure, so it's been fairly wet. It has dried up again now. We've actually got a little bit of dust coming out the back of the cultivator. I'm up at farm 2. This is where we had the spring beans out on these fields. As you can see, all the volunteers. But I sprayed all of these off on Friday with Roundup. So, and this field is really bad. There's 2 reasons why I'm cultivating this field. One is to level it off a bit so it's not so bumpy. The other one is to get another chit on the black grass. So we've only got a couple of fields that are really bad for black grass now, but this is one of them, and I'll get out and show you. We have, over the last few years, we have got on top of a lot of our black grass problems, but this one seems to be quite persistent. So yeah, I've sprayed, Simon's dissed the field, and then it's rained and all this black grass has grown. So I've sprayed it all off with Roundup, and now I'm cultivating the ground again. It has had muck spread on it as well, look. So, and now I'm cultivating it again. We'll get another crop of black grass to grow again, and then we'll spray that off before I drill the wheat out here. So, yeah. The forecast for this week is looking dry. So I think we will put the drill on in the next couple of days and drill some barley. Now we're into the last week of September. We can put some barley in the ground. So yeah, that's what I'm doing today, cultivating with the old Väderstad. This is a Väderstad NZ 5 metre. Could do with a couple more meters on it really. A couple of 3 meters on it, because this tractor doesn't even know it's on the back. And it's got like, can you see where I'm pushing dirt on the front? It's got like leveling boards that I can control with the hydraulics. I can just put them down so they're hitting the ground and they push a little bit of soil along in front. And then any little holes or uneven parts of the field, it just drops soil into it and levels it off. So at least it'll be nice and flat out here for drilling and spraying. But yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of bean volunteers. We had a lot of header losses when I did cut the beans. There's probably like 3 times or twice as much in the field as what there actually is in the shed, which is bad. But they were so short, I just couldn't get them with the header. Wouldn't get them, and they were just falling. If they were going in the header, they were just falling straight back out again. So yeah, it wasn't ideal. Anyway, we're starting all over again, and we'll try again. Hopefully the weather will be kinder to us this season. I'm hoping for a good few weeks of nice dry weather now, so we can get all the autumn drilling done. Like I say, we're going to start on the barley this week. So, and then probably wheat next week, I would have thought. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens as the week goes on. I need to work out how many beans there are in a kilo of beans, and then I'll be able to work out how many beans there are actually on the floor. It's probably not as much as it looks, because I've worked out there's 38 hectares here, so I think it's 380,000 square meters. So, and I think there's about 20 plants per square meter. So if I could actually work out how many, I'll weigh some beans and count them if I get time. And probably, I would guess, what would you guess, about 100 to maybe 200 beans to a kilo. So yeah, I'll do some maths and work it out. I'm on the last field now. 3 out of the 5 fields are just on the tram lines, just to level, and the headlands actually, just to level the headlands and the tram lines off. And then this field I'm going to do the whole field. So I did just do the tram lines to begin with, but I've got a bit of time. It's only 20 to 4 in the afternoon, so I thought I'll just do the whole of this field. This is there's some black grass out in this one, so we'll see if we can get some more to grow before we go home.
Your life, please. It has to happen in the past 60 minutes. The breaking news from my life is that the milk order on Thursday is going to go from 3 pints to 4. Why the extra pint? We've got a lion.
There we go, I'm done for the day. Just going to drive back home now. Makes you realise how small the cultivator actually is when you see how small the lines are out in that massive field. So yeah, right, we're going to drive on home. Hopefully makes it home in one piece. I'm surprised it's made the day out in one piece, to be honest. I kept looking back thinking, is it going to snap in half yet? I spoke to my dad earlier. He thinks it's got to be at least 40 years old, that cultivator. So yeah, that's covered some ground, that has, hasn't it? That's covered some hectares. It's lunchtime on Tuesday. Just out walking the dogs. Grass seed is still growing, but it's actually dried out quite a lot now. Now that the seed bed's dried, you can't see it as well. So this morning, I've been out for a walk with the agronomist. We've had a look at some seed beds to discuss drilling, and then I've just been helping Laura worm and clip some lambs, because Simon brought a lorry load of lambs back from market yesterday, so we've just been sorting them. This afternoon we're going to get the drill ready for drilling barley tomorrow. I'm going to get this drill hooked on. All the tractors are out today. Even George is in. He's on the 6155R. He is mowing a field of haylage, but he's only got the back mower on. Laura's out hedge cutting. That's Laura. That's the hire tractor. And Simon he has been out doing some subsoiling this morning. Oh. And then we are, this one, right there, look. We are about to hook the drill on. And then that one there, look. That's the 5100M. That's right behind us. Yeah, so we'll get the drill on this afternoon and get it all ready, get it calibrated and all ready to go for tomorrow. Yeah, the only tractor that's not on the operations centre is the 3350 and the JCBs actually. We'll weigh this. There's a jug of beans. Oh, that's not even a kilo of beans. That's just some beans that Laura done a moisture test with, and I'm not even going to count them to see how many's in there. I don't have time. I'm going to use 2 of these blue rollers, and I can put that in there like that, and put one in there. So we're going to use both seed tanks. Put that in there like that, and then that one in there like that. See how well we can fit 2 tons of barley in. Is that going to go down? Well, that's close. It's clouding up like it's going to rain. Pretty sure we'll fit 2 tons in. Loads of room in that one. Loads of room in that one too. Nice, loads of room. Might have to put some air in the back tyres of the tractor though. They've only got 10 psi in them, but they're okay. We haven't got to go far on the road to get to the field. Just setting the depth on the coulters. I'm going to go for number 5, notch number 5. It's a bit of a faff having to do every one, but hopefully I'm right. Just go along and do that, and then we'll see in the morning if I got it right or not. So I think it's a lot easier to do on the 12 metre one because they're all set out the back of the drill. Have you seen they now make an 18 metre one of these, which looks absolutely massive. I'd get the drilling done in half a day with that. 2 roe deer and a muntjac out there. We have got a lot of deer around at the moment. Muntjac's running straight towards the main road. So yeah, it's Wednesday morning now. We're just heading out drilling, just going down the track. I'd literally just come out the farm entrance, cross the main road and go down this track. If I was going any further, I would think I would have stuck, there's another road deer there, look. I would have stuck a bit more air in the back tyres, but it'd be at 10 psi would be right for today. You could do it with a weight on the front really, but the green weight box is on the 155, so, and the black one weighs 1.2 tonnes, so that's a bit heavy for this drilling job. But when we go up drilling up to farm 2 where the ground's a bit harder, I'll probably stick it on then. The ground's a bit steeper up there as well, so we definitely need something on the front. Anyway, let's go and drill some barley. Right, first job, drill this little field. It's only 4 hectares. Oh, might need to lift the link arms up a bit. Got a steep bank to get in the field. That's alright, that's on the job. Alright, when I start the field, I want to put in a 24 metre headland mark. So I've put the boundary field GPS on, and I'm on my 4th run around the field, so that'll give us 24 metres. Because, we'll turn the flashing beacon off. Because we're going to be using the mini drill that's on the back, we've got 2 fans that we've got to, so we turn the main fan on. Yeah, that's the main fan is on, and we turn the mini drill on as well. Actually, let's listen out for the mini drill first. Yeah, that's going. And then the main fan. I'm surprised the fan speed for the mini drill doesn't come up on here. I thought it normally does, but I can't see it right now. Anyway, yeah, because we're going to put on some a granular herbicide called Avadex with the mini drill. So yeah, we've got our 2 front hoppers set to 120 kilos to the hectare. Let's drop the drill down and see what happens. That's all okay. Where's the... Not that one. Let's just drop it down and see what happens, I guess. Put the drill in the ground and see if the seed comes out. Yeah, we're drilling, look. The rotors are going round. The rollers. Oh, no fan. Oh, they're saying high fan speed on fan 2. So we need to slow that down. If we go on this one, look. Slow that down a bit. Oh, there you go, look. I've slowed the fan speed down on the mini drill, and the error has gone away. So we just set that at 2.48. I'm surprised. I thought it normally comes up with a fan speed for the mini drill, but apparently not. At least it comes up with an error if the fan's running too fast. Anyway, we've got pressure on the seed coulters. We'll get out in a minute and have a look, see how deep the seed is going in. But looks a good job. We've got the 4-wheel drive in. This ground has been disked and subsoiled. I subsoiled these fields with this tractor. Alright, let's lift the drill up. And we'll jump out and have a look, see what the seed depth is like. The seed wants to be about 35 to 40 centimetres deep in the ground. If you see any volunteers like these, wheat volunteers,
I'm going to put some Roundup in with the pre-emergent spray to kill them. There's a seed right there, look. I'd say that's about bang on, to be honest. There's a whole row of them there. Yeah. That looks ideal. Plenty of moisture in the ground. We don't need to roll this ground. Alright, there we go. That's perfect. I got that seed depth spot on. Alright, we'll carry on and I'll let you know how I get on. The fan speed is a bit high on the main fan, isn't it? So we'll slow that down a little bit as well. I think that wants to be about 3,600. Not over 4,000. We'll slow that up a little bit. Thought I better just quickly check that we have got seed coming out of all the spouts. It'll just take a minute to go along. Yes. Yeah, just take a minute to go along all the spouts and just check, because it'll look a bit stupid if it's not. Just on the headland of the first field now. Joe's doing an absolutely fantastic job. It's going really well. It's putting the seed in the ground, it's putting the herbicide Avadex on, and it's leaving it firm as well, so it's almost giving it a roll in at the same time. So yeah, really pleased with it. It's doing a great job. Whereas before, to put the Avadex on, we would have had to. We've got an Avadex applicator that goes on the front linkage. It's only 12 meters, whereas our tram lines are 30 meters, so 12 meters doesn't match up with that. So you end up having extra wheel-ins in than what you actually want, so if that makes sense. So yeah, it's working well, putting on the Avadex with this. We're only going to put Avadex on the barley, not on the wheat, because we've got much better pre-em sprays that we can use on the wheat, so that we don't need to use the Avadex on the wheat. So yeah, all going well. Some of you guys that are familiar with, I have kind of made one mistake, that some of you guys that are familiar with Avatars, when I put those seed rollers in, those blue ones, I'm restricted on speed. I should have put some higher capacity seed rollers in. So I'm currently doing just over 9k. So luckily I haven't got 1,000 acres to do today, or it'll be a steady day. But yeah, I think before we go on to wheat, we will put some higher capacity seed rollers into the bottom. So, and then we'll be able to go a bit quicker then. Just backing into the corner last time around the headland, and then that's this field done. Drop the drill down. Auto steer on, away we go. Only thing I have changed is just before I started the headland, I did put the seed depth down another notch, just because there's a bit of compaction on the headland from where I've been turning, so it wouldn't have put the seed in the ground quite deep enough if I didn't adjust that. So, and then I'll just adjust it back when I go on to the next field. It's a little bit of a faff, but it's attention to detail, isn't it? So, and it only takes a few minutes to change the depth, so do that and it'll do a better job, won't it? I've only got to do it once, so I might as well do it properly. Dad's here to check the job out. Come check I'm doing it right. Right, Wednesday evening. We are on the last field of the day. We're just drilling some barley into the grass stubble that I sprayed off. Simon subsoiled it today. Done a fairly good job, to be honest. There were some places where he had quite a bit of wheel slip and it pulled it up a little bit, but for the most part it looks really good. And now we're just direct drilling barley into it. So yeah, it's been a good day. I'm happy. Yeah, hopefully the weather will stay settled, and we can drill some wheat next week. We can't drill all the wheat next week. We only on the ground what has been chitted. The later cultivated stuff is going to have to wait a couple more weeks yet, just to wait for the volunteers to grow. and then we can drill that. We'll be able to watch the sunset in a minute. Just dropped the drill off, there's a bloody hare running around. Well, it's a little youngster. You see it? Anyway, I finished the drilling. He's looking a bit confused. He's like, this is a fun looking field. Yeah, it's a young little hare. Anyway, I've just dropped the drill off. And now I'm going to put the tractor in the shed and go home. Actually, no, I've got to go and walk the dogs. And then go home and get some dinner. Heron flying by. It's Thursday morning. It's cold and fresh and damp. Even a bit of fog over there. Yeah, walking the dogs. I am up at farm 2, rolling some bumpy cultivating, breaking it down, with forcing the chit on it. It's only been cultivated a few weeks, and yeah, there's not really much of a chit on it at the moment. So I thought we'll roll it, get a bit of rain at the weekend. They're forecasting. There's a brief low pressure coming through at the weekend, so we'll get a bit of rain on it the weekend, get a chit on it next week, and then we'll be able to spray it off and drill it in the next couple of weeks. So that's what I'm doing today. Bumpy rolling. I've been watching the video of the new Fast Track, what they're bringing out, the 6 series. It's very nice. Yeah, I bet they're very expensive too, aren't they? Yes. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, I'm going to do about 50 hectares, and then I'm going to go back home and roll that last field that I put the barley into last night. So we're going to do that in a bit. I'm going to pick up, and you see in front there's a balloon. I'm going to jump out and pick that up. Picked up 2 yesterday. I needed to get out for a wee anyway. Yeah, so there's the odd wheat volunteer growing and weed. To be honest, this isn't, there's not really much problems with blackgrass in these fields. So yeah, we get a bit of rain on it at the weekend and then spray it off next week and put some second wheat. This is going to be, put some second wheat out here. You can see how rough it is now, look. The rollers are doing a fairly good job flattening it down a bit, breaking down all those lumps. Right. If you haven't seen, Fast Track have brought out a new 6 series, 300 horsepower. So like a model between the 4220 and the 8 series. So yeah, but I was just thinking, I wonder what the price difference is between that and a Fendt 728, because I guess it's sort of a competitor, isn't it? But probably not a lot of difference in price. They sort of seem to think these days that it's about £1,000 per horsepower, don't they? So it's going to be about, retail, it's probably going to be about 300 grand for a 300 horsepower Fast Track, I bet. Last rolling job of the day, just rolling down the barley what I put into the grass stubble. So yeah, within 2 days it got subsoil drilled and now rolled, and then tomorrow I've got to put a pre-emergent spray on all the barley seed beds. That's what I'm doing tomorrow. The grass seed out there, that'll be glad of a rain at the weekend, that will. It's gone pretty, the soil's gone pretty hard out there, so definitely be glad of a rain come the weekend. I'm not exactly sure how much we're going to get. Hopefully not too much, but 10 mil would be alright. That'd be nice, because yeah, the ground is pretty dry. Oh, that was a bit rough. Right, I'm done. Oh, my head's pounding, got a banging headache. Sun's bright, isn't it? I'm going to drop these rollers off and put the sprayer on ready for tomorrow. Yeah, because I'll probably go out hedge cutting in the morning whilst I'm waiting for the spray to come. So we'll get the hedge cutter, get the sprayer on now, and it's all ready to just fill up and go when we get the spray. It's so bright, isn't that? Friday morning, start spraying the pre-emergent spray on the barley seed beds. I'm not sure if I said how much area I've actually put of barley in. 33 hectares is how many, and it was 5 fields in total. So not a huge amount of winter barley going in this year. So, but we always need to put some in because obviously they feed it to the cattle. So We always need some barley in the rotation. The boom height radars aren't working today, so we're running that on manual. I don't know why. I'll have a look this afternoon, have a look at the wires, see if something's broken or if one of the plugs has come out. So yeah, I'm doing this, and then we'll get back to drilling wheat next week. They are forecasting a little bit of rain at the weekend. We'll see how much we get. I'm not exactly sure right now. Yeah, and then we'll crack on with wheat next week, at least some of it anyway. It's a good spraying day today. Not a breath of wind in the air. It's very calm. Yeah, up with some pheasants. Boys, leave them. Eric, leave it. Good boy, Bruno.